Hi, Katyoparty here. Where have you guys been? Oh, wait, it's me that's been gone a bit. Anyway, I'm happy to be here today. I have been traveling and then I'm kind of recovering from some kind of plague. I don't know. I've just been, seems like every time I travel, I catch some kind of crazy respiratory thing. So, in any case, what I've been doing is I just taught a class a couple days ago for Valentine's. Um, and basically, it was, let's see, I have a few extras here. It was embellishing little chipboard hearts. Very super simple class for about 20 people. And I had a few inspiration pieces that I whipped up using refurbished ribbon and just random, little gems, some stamping, paper scraps, and so some people, their option was to, ooh, let me see if I could throw them around. Their option was to have one hole, make it into sort of a hanging ornament type thing, or to have two holes. And some people made them for wine bottle charms. So they cut their ribbon so that they could hang it on a wine bottle. And then some people used magnets, made like little Valentine magnets. Anyway, so it was a fun class, about an hour. And I had pre-embellished some of these smaller hearts just using, bits and bobs that I had around. So I made a bunch of them and then let them choose what they wanted to use for their accent pieces on their hearts. Some people did in the middle, some offset. I just always enjoy and love seeing how a group of people can have all of the same available resources and supplies and just the different ways that they dream up to use them. It is so satisfying and fun for me to see just to see all the different ideas. It's really cool. So what I've been kind of working on, and what I do a few times a year, I think I've mentioned it before, I love to just use up my extra things, and I make tags or bookmarks, or in this case I am doing a whole stack of little Valentines. And I will donate them to my local library. And then when people come in or when they're checking out, if they want to take one from a little, I usually use these. These are like from, food that I buy. Sometimes I save these little black plastic ones. They're pretty sturdy. And I just love reusing and recycling and all that good stuff. So what I'll do is I'll make a whole batch of something, put them in here, and then I give them to the library, and they, let the kids pick them out or whoever. Anyway, I just figure I love making them, and people love to have just a little happy surprise in their day. So, so that's kind of my motivation. A few times a year to do that. And since I had a lot of stuff left over from Valentine making, that I was reminded of the little Valentine's cards you used to exchange when you were in grade school. And so I thought I would just make this stack of these. So right now I have kind of a bit of an assembly line going, I guess you could say. I have all these strips, random strips, and little cutout hearts and a few stickers and, flowers. Couldn't sleep this morning early, so I cut out all these little round glittery dots that were on a piece of paper. while I was watching some other YouTube videos. And it was very calming and therapeutic. Thank you very much. Anyway, so I am starting to go through right now. I thought I would just, why not turn on the camera since I'm actually making something here. And I'm here. So right now I'm just going through and I'm not giving it too much thought. I'm taking these little strips of paper and I am just putting them on. Every one of these is going to get some sort of little strip of paper embellishment, and then I'm going to go through the stack again and add you know, some little hearts, some sparkly dots. I have a few flowers that I may cut. I may use the whole thing, or I may cut into half and, you know, put on there. I also have a bunch of leftover bling, little hearts, and some beautiful colored discs. I also have some of these hearts that I cut out. I fussy cut one time that I got online somewhere a couple years ago. Some are stickers and some are not. So anyway, I'm going to make put those to good use. I also have these cute little blingy flowers. So anyway, also let's see. I have some words, and so that is what I'm doing. Nothing super fancy or crazy, just I don't know, I'm just enjoying being up in my warm art studio as it's like 11 degrees out and snow, and getting over the, you know, come back from a wonderful warm vacation to my real cold life here. Anyway, so I'm just going to continue on doing that. I'll probably then fast forward through, you know, some of this, and I haven't decided yet how I'm going to use these hearts, because I went through and all of these have like a focal, you know, I put a piece of paper. Now maybe when I get to these, you know, I can add a heart somehow. That would look super cute. Anyway, I'm just going to enjoy my time, and I appreciate you watching, and I love comments and, of course, subscribers. And anyway, I hope you have a really great day and stay warm. So I'm just going to do this, and then I'll fast forward through the kind of boring parts. You know, I said I wasn't going to overthink this, and then what am I doing? I don't like that. I don't like that. I feel like, okay, I'm going to go back to my original idea here. I don't even know if I'm in frame. That might be a good thing to notice. This is actually the trim off of a little Halloween, like a treat bag that I dismantled to use in another project. Now I have a tape runner, but because I'm just trying to whip through these, and I'm going to use some glue. That is PVA. I have about 4 kinds of glue sitting here in front of me. Depending on what I'm gluing, that's how I decide what I'm going to use. So, I don't send Valentines to, you know, a bunch of people in my life. I might give one to each of my sons. My husband might get one. Maybe a couple of friends, you know, so I do love hearts and flowers and stuff, and those are always present in my creating. So let's see. Is that all I want to put on here? I think that's all. I had in my mind I was going to do kind of an assembly line thing, which I very rarely do, but I wanted to get through this pile of these strips and get them off my desk, out of my area, because as you can see I have this pretty big space, and I end up like pinning myself in until I'm working on a little, like a 6 by 6 inch area. And probably everyone, I don't know, maybe it doesn't happen to everyone. Maybe I'm the only freak that does that, but I doubt it. Anyway, okay. Oh, I feel like I'm going to use this black and white one. Maybe I'll go, no, I feel like I want to put it at the bottom. I realize that I'm such a creature of habit. I'm going to put it on here. The reason I put it on the card as opposed to on the strip and then put on the card is because I may cut off the edge because it's a little longer than where I'm gluing it to. And I learned through trial and error, don't put glue on your whole strip if it's too long, because then you'll have this gluey mess. So I have learned a few things in my time crafting. I am using my little cutter bee. I think they're called cutter bees. Anyway, this is an old pair, but these little suckers last for a long time, and I am pretty vigilant that I only cut paper with these. This is like my, I think, 3rd pair that I've had since I initially started crafting and arting and being creative. But they are just my favorite pair of scissors. I love they have like a tiny tip so you can really get around if you're fussy cutting, like when I was doing these. Sometimes I'm not as patient, but sometimes I find fussy cutting to be very calming. Just the repetitive and the detail of it. I find it therapeutic. Anyway, this is a bottle from something else, but it is just your basic. It's this PVA, and this bottle's almost empty, so I'm keeping it propped up here in this area that I have handy. Okay, these are little flowers that I cut using my Tim Holtz Vagabond, and I have a die that it includes these, okay, the tiny, and then these ones, and this one, and the bigger one too. So I usually, if I have kind of these, I have the same kind of sizes of scraps of paper from making cards and stuff, from cutting those. So when I have a good stack, I'll just have a little flower cutting party and run them through, and then I have a lot of little flowers that I can use in all different sorts of ways. So there's that, and I also have a little heart cutting from a different die. Let's see, I want to use this blue one. I am going to put this one this way. Okay, so this is a perfect example. If I put glue on this, like, you don't know, oh, should I put it up to here? Should I put it there? So I just put it on the card. And actually, I might just use a tape runner because I just feel like it. I have to turn it this way. I don't know. Like so. I forgot. I lost my train of thought. What a shock. You guys, I just came back. Well, actually, how can it possibly be? But it's been a week today since I got back from vacation. And it was a really good vacation because we had 3 generations go on this trip, and we've never done that before. So it was me and my husband, and then we have 2 sons, and one of them's engaged, one of them has a pretty long time girlfriend, so who knows what could happen there. Anyway, so it was me and my husband, our 2 sons, their 2 girls, and then my parents, my mom and my stepfather. We all went on a cruise to the Caribbean, and oh my gosh, it was just so warm and beautiful. And honestly, I'm part mermaid, I'm pretty sure, because I just love the ocean. I love it. I grew up in Arizona in the desert. And I live in a landlocked state, so I don't know, in my past life I must have been a mermaid or I don't know, maybe I was a pirate. But in any case, I just love the ocean. I love it. And it rejuvenates me. I try to go there 3 times a year to some ocean, and it just really feeds my soul. It just it fills me up. It rejuvenates me. So just being at the ocean, on the sea, at the beach, all that just really was awesome. But to have our whole family there was great. I put the 2 boys had their cabins next door to each other, and then my parents were on another deck, and then we were on another deck. So we all each had plenty of individual time, but we also had just so much fun in various groupings. Like one day, me and my husband and my parents went spend a beautiful day on the beach, at a beach, like a beach club, with drinks and some food, and just laying in the shade and going out in the water. But anyway, I cut this little tip off because you can see where I've torn it once, and I'm not going for that look today. Anyway, so we had a great time together. Then we had times when it was my parents and just the boys. It was just me and my husband. It was all 8 of us one night. Our very best, I think, fun time on the ship when we were all together one night was after a great dinner. We went into the piano lounge, and there was the best entertainer there. He super talented piano player and singer and all that, but he would take requests and there would be sing-alongs. And so one night, all 8 of us sat at the stools right up around the piano. And I'm pretty sure by the end of the night, we were half the entertainment to his other half. We sang at the top of our lungs. I know we were so good. There was impromptu dancing that broke out around the piano. There were some other guests too that were awesomely fun and entertaining that just kind of joined our crew, and oh my gosh, it was a hysterical fun time. Now, my husband and I used to be real night owls when we were younger, but these days, you know, I'm in bed usually around 9 o'clock reading, and I'm usually lights out by no later than 11, if even that, probably closer to 10 most of the time. But I feel like this needs to go on here too somehow. Anyway, I kind of like this because what I've been doing with some of these pieces, and maybe I'm the only one that sees it, but it's like these are little pieces of Scotch tape or something, washi tape. So I'm just making it. Now I think I'll save this for the next one. Okay, I have to keep remembering I have quite a few in this stack that I need to do. Of course, I don't have to do any, or I don't have to do that many, but this is the number I got tired of cutting at. So, okay, so anyway, so back to my entertaining, I am sure, story. So, the night that we all did the piano singing at the top of our lungs, I think he stopped playing at 1:15 in the morning, and we were all still there. I mean, pretty much the whole bar was still there. And so slept really good. I think the next day was like a C day, so we didn't have to get up and be somebody. Anyway, this flower has to go on here. Maybe I'll put it down here. Anyway, but oh my gosh, the effects of staying up that late, and I had a couple drinks. I was so tired. I mean, just tired and not feeling normal at all, because I am just not used to that sort of thing. But anyway, it was just a scream. We have some video and some photos from that night, and anyway, so we all agreed I hadn't seen my parents just laugh and smile and be so happy for a long time. So that was, I gotta add like one of these. I feel it. The smile never left their faces the whole night. Well, or ours either. So it was just really cool and good for all of us. Where do I want to do? Okay, I'm not going to let myself just start embellishing the heck out of every one of these as I go. I'm just supposed to be putting on these strips of paper. As I want to, my goal is to get these done, and then I can drop them off at the library by tomorrow, because Valentine's Day is Thursday, so I want to be sure that there's time for people to, get these. And if they want to, I especially think of kids, for them to get these, and then they can give them to their mom or dad or grandma or someone. Little kids love to do stuff like that. And a lot of times I feel like parents are working so hard that they don't have time to necessarily make sure their kids get get to do stuff like that. It seems like our world is getting so fast-paced and stuff that some of the, just the sweet little things from days gone by are falling by the wayside. Now this is like super bright, hot pink. So that is definitely, okay, I'm just gonna, I have a hot pink. No, I want to put, ooh, what do I want to put here? I have so many choices. Ooh, maybe this one. I have so many choices. Maybe this. This might be cool because it allows the pink to, yep, that's what's happening. That is what is happening. So this may have adhesive on the back, but I never trust adhesive because like the sticky back things. And I'm going to use my Aleene's tacky glue on this because I know this will stick really well. And if it's a bigger embellishment, you know, that's not paper, I find that that stuff works pretty darn good. So I have over here just a little pile of like scrap so I can, ooh, hold still, buddy. Hold still. So if I have excess glue, I just tear off a little piece and then I throw that away. But what I like about tearing it like that is, okay, I start off with like a square and I use it. These little torn edges are really good at reaching into little nooks and crannies, you know, instead of if you try to use like a, thing's still moving around. I should just quit touching it, huh? Okay. Then you just tear off the edge. I totally feel like I could be losing my voice. I don't know. This is like a weird respiratory thing. I was coughing like crazy. Well, now I just feel like, bleh, my voice is getting deeper and deeper and deeper. If I had a radio show, I'd be doing great. Anyway, okay, putting that aside now. That can dry. I know maybe one of you guys can diagnose me. What kind of cough does that sound like to you? These are just, I cut up, well, what I did was I had, you know, bigger sheets of paper. These are some sprays, some, what were these? These are the Color Bloom Prima. I only have 3 of these. I only ever got 3, but oh my God, I love these things. And I wish that I actually had bought more. I don't even know if they still make them, but I used those, and then I used, hold on one sec. Then I used some of these. Lindy Stamp Gang. I bought so many of these. So many. When I was super into scrapbooking and stuff. And I still love them. I have been trying to get back in and use some of my supplies because honestly it's kind of obscene. I have so much stuff and I just forget that I even have things because I have too much stuff. So I got these out and I just thought, oh, I picked some kind of Valentine-y colors. And so I'm going to use these somehow on a couple of these. I'll probably cut them into hearts or something, or maybe I don't know, I might actually make some cards using them, but oh, they're just delicious and so pretty. I don't know if I can catch it in the light, but these just, I love these. They're so shimmery and oh, yummy, yummy, yummy. Anyway, okay, so back to where I was at. Put that aside. Got to keep my little 6-inch square going here. I have I got out a bunch of Valentine stamps, This is one that I got from someone that I was at a retreat, a ReMe retreat, and one of the gals, we always bring little gifts for each other whenever I go. One of the gals, her husband carved each of us a little set of stamps out of wine corks. Isn't that awesome? Hearts, stars, moons. Hearts, stars, and moons. It was awesome. I still have them. I still use them all the time. So I got out this heart. I have a couple of stamps that I myself carved. When I did Julie Faye Fan Balzer's like a stamp carving online class, use those all the time. Anyway, okay, back to what we were doing. These next few, when I bought some Valentine's stuff, they were actually a set of like Valentine's little treat bags and some different things. The packaging, of course, had pictures of all of the things that were in the kit. So I, of course, had to reuse that. So I cut out the pictures from the packaging, slapped them on these little cards, and darn it, they're going to be some great Valentines. So let's see. What do I think this one needs? Definitely a couple polka dots. Oh, no, yeah. I think. I feel like I don't know that I want to use any of this on there. I feel like this one has enough going on. So, unless I use like this tan kind of brown. I need to just not overthink this. I feel like I want to cut this skinnier though. Okie dokie. Now I'm just going to pre-warn you, and I know that this is... Oh, someone's at my door. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. My husband came home from his men's breakfast, and then I forgot to turn the camera back on. So anyway, I'm just working away on my little Valentines. And this will be perfect. It says, I love you. Let's see if I can trim it a little bit. Maybe I'll make the little heart go off the edge right there, just so I can fit it. Maybe one little hair more on that side. And then I'll glue it on. Then I'll put it on. Okay. Let's see, what do I want to use? I think I'll use my tape runner. I'm gonna do it here, like so. Alrighty. I love you, you love me. It doesn't sound quite right. Remember that Barney? Any of your kids have the Barney doll that would sing the song and say Barney things? It was like there's a little thing in his hand they had to squeeze, if I remember right. And then he would sing and talk. Well, he also would, if you got within 2 feet of him in the kid's room that at night to, you're checking on him. I remember that crazy thing would start singing the Barney song, and I'd be, oh, don't wake up the kids. So anyway, I think I was not too sad when Barney stopped working. Oh, I got to add a little heart right there. I got to do it. It has to be done. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever look at this kind of a color and not think of Barney. He's so burned into my brain. So, who do you guys watch on YouTube? Who are some of your favorites? Because maybe you'll turn me on to a new channel that I haven't, found. There's new ones all the time, and I would say there's a few people I watch pretty consistently. I do not have anyone set on notifications. I have in the past, and it's nothing against them at all. It's just that there's so many things that you can get notifications from now that my inbox or my, phone would constantly be notifying me, and I felt like I was being a little, well, I don't want to say the word harassed, but, it was like, oh my gosh, FOMO. I was constantly having to go and check to see, I was getting a notification of this and that, and I'd want to go check. So I just cut myself off all notifications from channels and Instagrams and everything. So I feel much more in control now with that. But let's see, who are some of the people I consistently watch? I like Shannon Green a lot. I watch Dee Dee Willingham, Stephen Bland. I'm just entertained by characters, I guess. I would say Stephen is a character. I like Dawn on, what is it called? Let's Make a Little Mess. Or something like that. Let's Make a Mess Today. That's it. I watch her. I'm way far behind on everyone. I like, oh, hold on. I can look at my subscription list real quick since I have my iPad here in front of me. The Rebookery, I like that. Ina Salisbury. I like Balzer Designs, Julie Faith Van Balzer. I watch Barb Owen. Let's see. Oh, Crusoe, the celebrity dachshund, because I have a dachshund. I love Crusoe. He's adorable. And his brother, Oakley. Anyway, so those are just some of the ones. I guess I should go farther down the list. I was just looking at the alphabetical one. James Burke, I like his stuff. Jibid Neary, I like her. There's so many people that, and I've just discovered this channel called Curiosity Inc. And it's kind of, the guy and his wife have like a curiosity shop or like a junk shop. And so they go out and they purchase, like, I've been hooked. The way I first discovered it recently was they bought an old house, a hoarder's house. And so he's been doing episode by episode of them going through cleaning, finding treasures, a lot of trash, but it's very, I don't know, interesting, and he has a great sense of humor, and sometimes the comments are just as entertaining as the actual video. So, and I'm learning a lot about some of these things that he's finding in these houses. So, I think that should go there. Anyway, so I guess I could just keep doing these and babbling on and on and on here, because I don't have any major plans today, which is awesome. I am supposed to go to a community accountability committee meeting or something. I think that's what it's called. Everyone just calls it the CAC. And so I think it means Community Accountability Committee. Sounds so serious. Basically, it's a group of people in our community that are liaisons. It's a fairly new community, so they started out as just being liaisons between the community and the management of our facilities, our clubhouse and our workout stuff and all that. And now it's kind of morphed more into just ways to be involved in the community and stuff like that. Anyway, they have a quarterly meeting, so I am thinking I'm going to go to that in an hour or so. But I probably should get dressed. So anyway, I can hear my husband and the dogs coming in, so I'm going to say adios for now. Thank you for watching. Give me some comments. Give me some subscribers. I'd love it. Anyway, I will see you soon. Adios.